there was an incident at the top floors. The scene, the scene of the crime, it's kind of gone. It's not really here anymore.
Okay.
There was like a tornado or something. You got the great thing about this elevator is it's pretty safe, but I don't know how it kind of like launched and landed here. But you seem to be all right considering. Yeah, but you can get out of the elevator if you want, and you know what? We should just wait it out. I think you've done enough. I think you've had enough. I don't think you need to do any more of this. We should just wait here until we can get back to the mainland, and then we can all just go home. I'm tired of this. You seem tired of this.
I am tired
Let's just
of this.
end it.
How should we end it?
We'll just wait around. We could wait around until the authorities arrive. We could.
But there's a problem.
I could play
The
a checkers.
authorities are going to ask me what happened.
You're going to say a tornado. It came through.
But before that,
you can say that the tornado interrupted your investigation and that it's inconclusive.
okay, now it's getting a little blah, blah, blah for me. I'm going to hand it over to the Haruspecs since we're getting into tornadoes whipping through hotels and stuff right now. And we had that vision about the cork board with the pictures and the yarn that feels like it's right up the Haruspecs' alley.
Listen, I want this to be over so badly. Where's Guy Van Guy?
I think he's at the bar. He's with his new friend. I think they're having drinks together. Everybody seems pretty happy about it.
Let's go meet his new friend.
Alvin or Percy? We'll soon find out.
We're better to wait for the authorities than with a drink, okay?
So you go to this bar, the bar with the mushroom seats. Guy Van Guy is, of course, serving drinks behind the bar. Vivian Vivance is still in her pool attire, but she has decided to take a seat beside the nondescript man in a suit. His name is Calvin. They're both chatting up Calvin. The little boy from earlier is just kind of like wandering around the bar, just kind of looking at things. You also see the man known as the Mountain Man. His name, I can't remember if you got his name. His name is Harold.
We did ask at some point.
Now, if you actually figured that out, I can't remember. His name is Harold. Yes, he's the Mountain Man. He is walking around the bar as well. He's kind of like sitting not with Guy Van Guy, the man in the suit, and well, I guess Guy Van Guy, Calvin, and Vivian Vivance. He is at the other end, just kind of minding his own business. So that's the scene. You've got maybe 10 minutes to parse this out before the authorities arrive.
All right, let's go take a seat with them. I'm going to look real quick. Do we have... what can we do? Quickly. Okay. City strangled in red strings. I can contemplate something or somebody relevant to our investigations and learn something about them. Let's do that with Calvin when we sit next to him.
Okay, so you're just trying to learn about what he is for the investigation?
If we get a high enough roll, we can learn the nature of his connection to the investigation.
Cool. All right, do that. Yeah.
Let's see if I have this right. Did we get a +1 on that for exo familiarity? Yeah. So it's a 7.
Yeah, you get a +1, so it's 7. So it's a mixed success. I'm going to take a point of deja vu, and what you're going to know is you're going to think back to the vision that you had about the cork board with Vivian Vivance and Guy Van Guy. You are starting to think about that and trying to like familiarize yourself, and you realize that at the center of it, at the very center of it, there was a picture of this man known as Calvin, that he is central to the plan and he is the key ingredient. He is the goal of all of this. That he is the goal.
Interesting. Okay. Were they discussing anything when we walked up that we heard?
It's just they were talking about. They were having a discussion about liquor, probably like what their favorite liquor was, what they like to do. They were just, it was
If
small
beer
talk.
should happen before or after.
I would say both.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's just me,
Right.
though.
We'll walk up and we'll say, so what do you guys know about magic doors and lamps?
Oh, there's plenty to know about magic doors and lamps. The lamp is the light of the world which will shine out before you in the dusk, in the world that you see in front of you. It will shine so bright. And the doors lead to possibilities. The possibilities are endless. You can never see what's on the other side unless you've opened all of the right ones.
Yeah, I think we did.
Well, that's good. Then your future is very bright indeed, my friend. It's very
Yeah, I
bright
think my
indeed.
future's pretty bright, but I'm not so sure about yours.
Oh, my future. My future is set in the cosmos. It is set by each individual star that lives above and below.
Yeah, you're a weird guy. So Calvin here. Look, buddy, old pal. You are you wondering why I know your name, Calvin?
I mean, so you asked for my name, and I gave you my name.
Listen, that's not important.
And,
the reason why I know your name is because I saw the corkboard, the great corkboard of life, with you there at the center, and Guy Van Guy next to you. Kind of funny how here we are, all together. Wouldn't you say?
Mr. Van Guy has told me that he's told me a few different things. Mr. Van Guy, may I share? Yes, of course. You may share. Well, he told me that, well, he saved me from a certain death that I would then suffer within 10 years. Within 10 years at the time that you came, he allowed a pathway for myself to forge a new future in a different America. Hopefully as a man of substance, as a continual president of these United States.
Huh.
I'm not quite sure how Mr. Van Guy pulled off this trick. If this is an illusion, but believe me, I am a fan of technology. I used to ride horses. I really love riding mechanical horses. It's one of my favorite activities, and that's just the modern technology. And Mr. Van Guy has devised this way of bringing me here and saving my life, and for that I cannot be more thankful.
I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do. I'm going to pass it off. All right, Detective Gearspuro, you got to take over. I don't know what to do with a president that's come from the past.
Question to GM. Our vision of us in the uniform with the E and the massacre, did we understand who we were and what we were doing? Did we understand we were like from the Enclave, or was this just like we had no context, this is just a vision that we saw?
You kind of understand that was a piece of your past, like that was a reality. The visions that you have are your reality. The visions that I give you, like as the world, are your reality that sucks. Like that is my job, is to give you a kind of a fault, and so that fault is that you know that you're a member of a task force that was sent to kill people and decimate people on these floating islands. Like you are a member of a death trooper kind of situation. The E is really just, it is for the Enclave, but you don't understand the context of the Enclave because you don't remember anything. You just know about the E. But yes, for us, everybody knows that you were a member of the Enclave that were sent to murder people a bunch of times.
Because my if we did know, I'd have a worldview to go with the mystery. But since we don't actually know the context of that, like, all right, this is rough. Because ultimately, It's still about the murder of our brother.
I mean, if
I'll tell you
nobody
what.
has any other ideas, I can retain it and try and kill a former president, maybe current president of the United States, for being at fault for all
Well,
of this. But you know,
the time for that in what you do is going to change, because all of a sudden you hear a giant like whirling sound and a clang that kind of like shakes the island. It kind of like settles the dust around you, and everybody kind of looks around. In marches a person in one of those uniforms that you would have the vision of, and two folks in a very sleekly giant set of armor. You would recognize this as power armor that are with them, and they kind of put their hands behind their back and look over your way, and they say, "Detective Kapersky, please report to me."
y'all are lucky. You're lucky this time. Yeah, we'll go with them, I guess. Are we leaving? Yeah.
Detective Kapersky, have you ascertained the identity of the murderer and their motive for who murdered your brother?
Have we, guys?
Okay, hear me out. This might be
I think we did it.
okay. This might be just like so out of left field, or this might actually be what like Dave is like going for, or I'm insane. It's not about who killed our brother. It's about we were a tool used to get into the hotel with the magic doors and bring Calvin Coolidge into this time. The murder investigation was just the premise to get us a detective into this location, but really it was about us like going through these magic rooms to find the right one that was the time portal to bring Calvin Coolidge, because the Enclave needs a president. And I am insane. As I say this, I don't know if this is actually the idea, but this is the idea that I just decided was
It's
how I
not
made
about the murder investigation. It's about the presidents we met along the way.
And
So-
I don't have it written down anywhere, but didn't like the reason why our brother was here in the first place is that they caught on that the hotel was trying to do something weird, and weren't they like trying to stop it? Didn't we have that in a note at some point, or am I like totally misremembering that?
we have our notes, right? Like in our inventory, right? Like all of the notes we found. Or is that not correct?
Yes, I can help remind you of the details of that. There were so Harold sent you a list of un-American folks. You can actually find that in the chat, because I did that in character of Harold. I didn't actually write down who Harold thought was un-American, because that was not imperative information. Daniel was very suspect of Guy Van Guy, and thought that he was up to no good, and tried to get Bossman to kick him out. Once Bossman wouldn't kick him out, he became suspicious of Bossman and tried to go around and figure out what was happening to other people, and had bad interactions with folks, and that was kind of what with employees. And so that was kind of a brief summary of what was in the notebook.
Yeah, I don't know. To me, that reads that like Daniel, like they had this plan to bring back this president one way or another, and that Daniel was somehow, or yeah, whatever. Daniel was on track of it, found out too much, and got murdered. And like honestly, I think maybe our character like did it and then was like somehow involved with like the plan to go through these doors. I have no idea. That's where I'm still like I'm not sure. But I think I understand that like our brother was trying to piece together this plot, because if Calvin was like the goal as it's stated, like they were directly trying to bring him back and the plan was in place, and we help carry it through, it seems.
It seems
In our foolish way.
it seems weird. Why choose Calvin Coolidge when you could have Mothman as a president?
Yeah.
Saw the
Also-
double speak.
Also, Mortimer Perry, the kid. Are we sure he's not important? Maybe that's who he was really trying to get here.
What kid?
The
Vampire kid.
Nah,
No?
there's no kid.
There's no kid?
No.
I don't see a kid either, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know what happened to him. But what
None
are we
of our
going to tell our
concern.
bosses?
None of our concern. He's old
I
enough to make
hate-
his own choices.
I hate loose ends. I hate loose ends. Bad enough we literally work for this weird paramilitary guy who's demanding we give him answers, but now we don't know what happened to a kid?
That's not what he's curious about. He wants to know who did the murder. We could just pin it on someone.
That is true. I don't think they'd question us.
I still think it's the boss man who did it.
Sure. You want to tell them? Now they're going to want a motive. If you give an investigator a murder suspect, they're going to want to know a motive and a weapon and all this other stuff. So just be prepared. They're going to ask you these questions. This
So
be
when you
like
say they're
boss
gonna
man, crime of passion. Like, yeah, I don't know.
When you say they're going to ask me these questions, what you mean is he's going to ask us these questions.
Well, I'm going to say the first thing that comes to mind that gets me out of this whole mess.
Which is why you are not
I
going
might
to do
just
any talking.
run. I could just like run away.
Don't you dare. It'll make us look like we did it.
I'm feeling twitchy.
I'm going to ignore what they say and try and claim credit for bringing a president back from the past.
You know what? At this exact moment, I would say, yeah, let's use a distraction technique and try and highlight the good things we've managed to do.
The other successes.
Yes, exactly.
Pay no mind to my resume that I was fired from my last job for murdering a person. Just know that I have accreditation in a lot of other
criticism
areas.
sandwich. Put two good things on either side of it. Make it more palatable.
Santa's not coming this year, but you know what? I've gotten really good at spending money on Warhammer 40K.
You know,
so there's
it's
that.
close enough for government work. I say we try it.
Which one is trying? Am I going to try and pull this off?
Oh yeah, this is your idea. You get to do it.
You guys aren't supposed to go along with these like insane things. Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what. You work on that, and I will.
The other
try and
three
figure out-
personalities of the brain are supposed to be grounded in reality. What is wrong with three?
My
I'll tell you
reality is getting the hell out of here.
My reality is you distract him while I try and figure out what the hell's going on.
If it's
Okay.
wild enough, they'll fire
So
us
I'm
and we
gonna
won't have
stall.
any attachment to them anymore.
What did they even ask? What was their question? To debrief them?
They asked who murdered your brother and what was their motive.
Well, let me tell you a little story about what's happened here. Okay? So, we got sent here. I think I was drugged or something like that. I woke up. This hotel's super weird. Did you know how weird this hotel was? God. The things that I've seen in this place, you really wouldn't believe. So I'm going to skip over a lot of that, okay? But I do need to tell you about something very important that we need to investigate further. And that is a life-sized moth that talked to me multiple times. And this moth was the ringleader behind all of this. It wasn't Guy Van Guy. I mean, maybe it was. He's kind of sketchy. He can delete doors. If you didn't know that he could do that, he can delete doors and maybe summon tornadoes. So that's kind of sketchy in and of itself. And so the moth was giving me like these visions and stuff too, and oh gosh, those were just really bad advice and things that he was giving me. We looked at the body, we definitely saw the body. I wish I could show you the body because that would really help like illustrate my points here, but the tornado that I mentioned came through and got rid of kind of like the whole crime scene thing. I mean, maybe we could have like cleaned that up a little bit better. Maybe I can work on that next time, securing the crime scene better. So that's on me. That's for sure on me.
Could you roll signal for me?
Do we have?
You are like a bleeding man. That's like, so guys, it's the moth. It's Pepe Sylvia. Oh, an 11. Ooh, doggy. Yeah, this guy's just like eating it up. He's like, yeah, the moth. Yeah. So he's gonna look at you and he says, okay, so what you're telling me, detective, is there is a mutated moth. It's real
Potentially from the past and future.
And
don't forget that.
Potentially from the past and future. And he murdered your brother.
I'm not saying he was the one that really would get in there, hit him with his wing kind of thing, but he planned it. Oh,
why?
Believe me, we tried to get whys and whats and hows out of this moth for God knows how long. But he just kept saying, like, either you did this or you didn't do it. Like, real cryptic things like that. Doesn't that sound like somebody who has something to hide?
You roll signal for me.
Yeah.
Ooh, make success for that. Yeah, the detectives or the inspector's going to kind of look at you and be like, "Well, if that's what you think, detective, sure, but we're going to need more. We're going to need more to go on in the report. I assume that this investigation happened with no incidents, correct? No harm to others, unless it, emotional harm is fine, but no actual incidents that we would need to write up. Let's say injury to civilians.
No.
Bribery.
Listen,
fatality.
Other than the tornado, that was really unfortunate, and we did threaten some people. Not gonna lie about that. Other than that, we didn't do any harm that is irreparable. If you know what I mean.
I love that gray area.
Do another signal roll for me. He's gonna kind of look at you and be like, "That's a really interesting thing, because from what I can tell, you have blood dripping from you from a stab wound."
Yeah, we're not a civilian.
Yeah. You see the whole fucking 2 top floors of this place got blown off? I was in the elevator on the 5th floor when it happened. It's lucky that I'm even alive.
Would you allow me to talk to the owner of the hotel just so I can corroborate
Say yes, go
the
with them.
story?
Say yes, go with them.
Fair warning, she's kind of a drunk.
That's fine. And he walks over to Vivian Vivance and he says, "Hello, Miss Vivance. My name's Inspector Krimick. I'm, of course, with the Office of the President. My detective here says that a moth created has been leading a secret cabal of people that have done maybe some rituals, and that because of this led to the death of his brother. Unsure who murdered him, but the whys and hows of this are not 100% understood. Also, my detective was stabbed. I just want to make sure that that you're okay with the report as it stands, because nobody's.
I think the inspector took a few liberties with that story.
I have something I would like to add real quick.
Yeah, this is the time to interrupt and clear up the conceptions of in this whole scene. Like, you are allowed to interrupt and clear
I would
up
like
conceptions.
to really reiterate the point here that Guy Van Guy can do literal magic. And when I say literal magic, I would like to emphasize the perk, the Estranger. When I cryptically hint at something deeper and terrible realities to another character or group of characters, roll X of familiarity, and they'll either think I'm fucking insane or they'll buy this whole cloth.
Okay, yeah, do X of familiarity for me.
So let's just see if we can do it. What do we think? Well, we lost it.
A 5, yeah. The inspector's going to look at you and be like, I Detective, I hear you. I'd like to hear Miss Vivance's side of the story. And she turns and looks at the inspector, says, "Darling, the detective, God rest God rest his brother's soul. The detective was obviously misunderstood. He imbibed in many of the delicacies of the hotel, particularly the drinks, the meats, both of flavor and body. If you catch my drift. As far as questioning me, he decided to go for a swim in his full detective outfit. He raised from the pool and he started asking me questions. And then he went to go talk to my husband at the bar. And now my husband is an eccentric, yes, and yes, he's into magic. But the reasons and the miracles that come with a luxury resort are very clearly here. I mean, do you understand that this resort has brought back a former president that we have preserved here? This hotel was the site of his preservation. We've preserved him in our basement, and we have revived him through the power of science. I mean, this is truly a remarkable thing that we have achieved. And I'm sorry that I'm sorry about the murder. It was out of our control. You know, we don't know who it could have been. It likely would have been one of the guests. The employees here have always been of the staunchest pedigree, all incredibly well suited for their roles. So that, from my perspective, that's where this stands. I appreciate the detective's work. What little of it he did. And the inspector is taking notes on all of this.
I guess we're fired then. We don't have to do this anymore.
Somehow I don't think
this is great.
You get to retire from this job for these people.
It's not retirement. It's like a layoff.
I don't think they lay people off either.
You think they're going to kill us?
I think we're going to get flame torched like we torched those poor people before.
Wait. Why would he care about our brother being like we're a loyal like soldier of this guy? I don't think he's going to flame us just because we're done with our job. He actually had a concern about what happened to our brother doing his job. The real question is, maybe that's the reason somebody killed our brother. If they knew that he was, somebody who if he was wearing this uniform and he knew that we were like in cahoots with this guy and knew what we had done and either was worried that we'd do it to this hotel or maybe we had done it to somebody they knew and they wanted revenge. Who have we met in this hotel who would know about the things we've done? I mean, Guy Van Guy is magic, but that doesn't necessarily mean he would know. Is there anybody else who who here would have killed our brother as revenge for things that me and him have done? Can we think of anybody who would possibly have the ability or the knowledge to do it? Because anybody here could have killed him. The question is, who would want to kill a member of our group if they knew that he was a member of our group and what we had done before?
The most un-American.
Mm-hmm.
What's on Harry's list? Harry? No, Henry.
The list.
No, Harry. Harold's.
Yeah, the list.
Harold's
the un-American list. Harold's
Who's
list,
the most
un-American
un-American on Harold's list?
I believe it was Teddy.
Listen, we still have Teddy's body nearby, don't we?
His dead one or his living one? His dead one's in the forest room.
Did he wake up?
Living one.
Well, the problem is the door disappeared in the forest room. We can't get to it anymore.
And it was on the fourth floor, wasn't it?
It was on the third floor.
Oh,
we
okay.
left Teddy in we left Teddy in the hallway, didn't we?
We did. We didn't want to be there when he woke up.
Okay, we should go over there and see if he's still there.
I don't think they'll let us just walk away.
Because if he... No, listen. Because if he actually was the one who is the most un-American, if he the one who killed our brother, then he's going to try and kill us. He will follow
Or he's
us.
going to try to escape.
Or he's going to try to kill us because we killed him. I mean,
Right. Well, there's
it
that.
might be challenging to differentiate between the motives of him wanting to kill us.
Well,
need to
no
go.
irreparable harm, though.
Unless he kills us. That's irreparable harm to us. We need to go see if he's still there. Come on.
The inspector's gonna finish writing, and he's gonna say, "Detective, can I speak with you in private?"
Yeah, tell him we can talk in the hallway. Go. Come on. Let's go.
Do we just tell him we know who did it and say it's Teddy? Do a walk and talk?
Sure. Let's do a little walk and talk.
Okay, yeah. So you step outside into the lobby with the inspector and yourself, and the two power armored individuals follow you into the hall. It's just you in the lobby. Well, the bellhop's behind the counter, but it's just you and the three Enclave folks. He said, "Detective, I'm trying my best. I believe your story. I believe your story about this moth character. We've had run-ins with strange creatures like this before, that have unusual powers. Just it's not uncommon, but there's no reason that, like, I believe that's going on, but it doesn't make any sense that a moth conspired to kill your brother."
I think it conspires, maybe not the right word, but I think they use them in like a ritual to bring back that president in there. You didn't even talk to the president.
You're 100% right. Frankly, Vivian has come up with some strange things before. I've seen some very odd experiments from the things that she has funded in the past. That's not a part of this investigation. I am solely focused on the murder. The murder is what I'm here for. We can figure out the details later on. I want to know why a moth murdered your brother.
Guys, do we have anything to feed this guy?
The moth spoke in this dichotomy of terminology. The moth dodged everything. And, are we okay with not knowing who murdered our brother? I mean, what can we do about it?
So I'm not really okay.
I knew this was going to happen.
All right, okay.
We have a responsibility.
I'm going to take a deep sigh. Yeah, like, look, I know you're trying. I get it. And I just, I think it's time for me to just admit that we got confused in this whole process. We tried. We really did. We tried. We learned a lot. We just couldn't quite put together all the pieces. And that's going to haunt me for some time. So, you know what? I get what you're trying to do. I know you need to just put something in this report and we can find out some more of the details later. I got a guy. We had to rough him up some. He's the one that stabbed me. He's unconscious upstairs. Listen, I'm not saying it's the best thing to pin it all on him, but if you need a suspect, I got this guy, Teddy.
He is.
I've got another witness. I've got another witness. It has him written down as doing shady stuff. Harold, you can go talk to him. He's the one that suggested he's very anti-American. Look,
I
just need some more time to find the fucking moth. Okay.
I appreciate your candor. There's still places for you. Like, there's still work that we need you to do, but we've got to take you off this case.
Yes.
No.
We won. We did it, guys. We did it.
We got fired.
I think this was too close to home. I think you may have gotten sidetracked. It seemed like that I believe you. There's a lot more stuff going on at this hotel. We'll figure that out. That's going to take time. And I understand you need time. I'm going to pull in a different detective. I'm going to write your case file down, and we're going to get you reassigned.
Taking me off the case? Right? Dick.
They're taking us off the case. What a king.
It'll lead to a new adventure, you know, guys?
You can take me off the case, but I'll never stop hunting the moth.
Can I get you to roll a what do I want you to roll here?
We are so far off the reservation right now.
I don't know what the fuck's happening. The second you guys agree to let me handle this part, it's game over.
Can I get you to roll an interlock for me?
You get a +1 on that?
No, it's not a plus. I think interlock, or excuse me, I'm so sorry.
Inertia.
It's an inertia.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'll still take that roll, or you can roll it again.
Guys.
Whatever you want.
Should we just double or nothing it? What do we have to lose?
I don't know what that means.
It means we have an 8, so we have a mixed success. Do we just try and roll for a full success on this? I feel like this is our
Full
last chance.
success. Sure,
do it,
go
yeah.
for a full.
The worst case, what's the worst case? The worst case, light touch takes over and they become demoralized and panicked. So really, there's nothing new there. Oh. He's very panicked.
Two of the power armored individuals grab you by the arms, and the the inspector looks at you disappointed and pulls out a giant syringe and takes it and rams it into your heart and presses in the medicine into you, and you feel almost like a rage inside you build, this kind of like almost like this power overcoming you as the power armored individuals start carrying you towards the door. You look down at your hands. Your hands are kind of like writhing up themselves. You feel like your skin is almost like peeling off of yourself. Your muscles start to like almost bulge out of yourself. Your clothes are starting to rip. Your mind, these voices in your head all of a sudden become very distant. They're not in congress with each other. These connections that you have in your brain are almost separated out. It's almost like they're in their own individual rooms, as they can only occupy the chair at once in your brain that is slowly withering away, and your lips almost like disintegrate into your face as they carry your hulking body into the aircraft carrier. And that is where the story of the detective ends. Would you like to know what
I think we got the
Yeah.
bad ending, guys.
Yeah.
I think we deserved it, honestly.
We did deserve it. For me, I have no idea what the actual.
All right, hit us.
Okay,
Hit us, boss.
so-
What did we do wrong?
What did we do right?
So Vivian Vivance and Guy Van Guy were using, essentially, they had figured out that Mothman, they could communicate with him. And they were able to communicate with Mothman through a ritual that was able to turn hotel rooms into pocket dimensions. And they figured out that people could die in pocket dimensions and then get like re-alive themselves essentially and then pull them out. If they did that enough by killing somebody in the room, shutting the door, and then pulling that person out, that's what they had come up with as like a Schrodinger's box kind of situation, where if that happened, that made two possible realities where they died and they also didn't die. And so they were able to calculate that if they did this enough times in certain people and inviting all of the guests to the hotel for a certain thing and killing them, that they could resurrect a pocket dimension where Calvin Coolidge was still alive and rescue him and return him.
Okay.
So who actually killed your brother? He found out about this situation and he tried to stop it, and they had made a room for him where he could have died, where they were going to kill him and just use that as another piece of it. but he survived the attack, and they actually killed him outside of the room, which is not good, because then they had an actual dead body on their hands. That the bellhop then was the one that did the murder, that frankly went through and did all of the different murders. If you remember, there's a lot of different clues for the bellhop at all of the murder sites. Like the bucket on the head would be a mop bucket. If you looked in that room, there would be a mop. There was the purple piece of cloth beside the body of Harold. All of that stuff led back to that the bellhop was the one that did the murder. Now, what you all did was you jumped from, you could have gotten to the bellhop was the murderer pretty easily. But the extra part is that actually Vivian Vivance and Guy Van Guy were the masterminds behind all of this and did this thing. Instead, you jumped right past the bellhop and you were like, we're gonna go straight for this Guy Van Guy line.
But Vivian Vance and Guy Van Guy didn't intend to actually perma-kill him. So the actual murderer was the bellhop, named Bellhop.
Yes. That was the actual person that went and did the murders. That was the person that killed your brother. What else? All of the employees are in on it. They're all in on what's going there. They are kind of like subjects of Vivian Vivance and Guy Van Guy. Guy Van Guy, this, like, essentially this, like, rock that you're on is, like, irradiated because of some, like, nuclear explosion. And basically, through some, like, David Lynch loophole allows these pocket dimensions to exist in this hotel. That's kind of outside of it. But the result in what you actually did in terms of the story is this is not an origin story for the detective. It is an origin story in the Wizard of Oz-esque world for the wizard and Dorothy. You have brought both of those people into your Fallout world.